to Missed It by How Much. This is the channel that tests sports hypotheses by using computer game engines. We're replaying the 1990 baseball season as the Los Angeles Dodgers manager, and our caveat is we're not using Alfredo Griffin at shortstop. We've used Jose Vizcaino most of the season, also Mike Sharperson as a backup. Here are the past few games that we've played as we go through the All-Star break. Since the last Dodger video, we played 5 games, 2 at home against Pittsburgh that were lost, and 3 in Chicago. The first game that wasn't televised, we faced Doug Drabek, and he pitched well. Somehow we did tie him. Fernando Valenzuela pitched pretty well himself. However, after a tight 2-0 lead, Pittsburgh came back, tied it, and in extras, they scored off Jay Howell and won 3-2. The next game, the Dodgers, I believe we only had a couple hits. Bob Walk beat us again. Even though good pitching by Mike Hartley kept it close, Dodgers still lost. It was 1-0 most of the game, and then in the ninth, some fielding errors and some poor pitching gave us the 3-0 final. In Chicago, the first game, Greg Maddux outpitched Ramon Martinez. He did not play well. The Cubs were led by Ryan Sandberg. He had 3 hits and 4 RBI. UB Brooks has been really good. He went 2 for 4 in that game. He also hit a home run in the previous series against the Pirates. In the second game, the Dodgers won easily 18-7. This game was a laugher. I believe it was like 11-2 at one point in the 5th inning. And also, UB Brooks had a great stat line. One of the best that I've seen this season. He went 4 for 6 with 3 runs scored and 8 RBI. He had 2 home runs. So he's really picked up in the absence of Kirk Gibson and Chris Gwynn. That was the last game without Stan Javier also. Also a shout out to Jose Gonzalez, who went 3 for 5 with 2 runs scored and 3 RBI, and he had a home run as well. Mike Morgan went the whole way, and that was because of the huge lead. Even though he gave up 7 home runs, and I believe 2 home runs to Andre Dawson. But with such a huge lead, I didn't want to use the bullpen. I don't think the wind was blowing out either. Gonzalez with a home run, Daniels with a home run, Brooks with a solo shot and a 3-run home run. Dawson hit one and Sandberg hit one. Okay, so not 2 for Dawson, but both of the big guys scored or hit home runs. Excuse me. Grace went 4 for 5. And then the last game that we played, the Dodgers won 4-1. Tim Belcher started and pitched really well, even though he doesn't usually on the road. He went 6 2/3 with 5 hits, 1 walk, and 5 K with plus stuff. Hartley came in and didn't pitch up to his normal standards. He gave up 2 hits and 2 walks. But Searage got 2 outs, and Dave Holmes got the other 2 to finish it off. The Dodgers only had 5 hits, but scored 4 runs. It's towards the bottom of the lineup. Hit the piece for Sharperson, Gonzalez, and Vizcaino. Gonzalez has scored 2 runs. That's 2 RBI, excuse me. Nice pinch run by Juan Samuel, scored a run. So, been trying to keep him off of out of the lineup against right-handers. Even with all these injuries, it's been difficult. And Stan Javier did come in the game as a defensive replacement. So, in those games, they lost the last 2, and they lost 3 out of 4 against Pittsburgh, although Pittsburgh is a very good team. They have won 2 out of 3 against Chicago. Who they take on for the last game of this series. Today it says Neidlinger against Wilson. We're going to start Fernando and see how he does against Chicago. Wilson's been really good for the Cubs, and I expect a good pitching performance from him. We'll see how the Dodgers hit in these last few games. Should have Kirk Gibson and Chris Gwynn back in the next series, or close to it. I believe the 18th and the 19th. Those gentlemen should be back on the roster. There you see the results as we're progressing halfway through the month of July here in 1990. So the Dodgers win, and it'll be a 2.5 game lead in the West. If they lose, a 1.5 games over San Francisco. Building of the lineup against Wilson, the left-hander. QB Brooks has been great lately. I shudder to let him hit first, but we'll try it today in this getaway game. Cal Daniels will play left field. Mike Sharperson. Juan Samuel. Jose Vizcaino will hit 5th. Play shortstop. Eddie Murray drops all the way to 6th against lefties. I don't really like hitting him here, just in case Wilson gets knocked out early, but we're going to try it for now. Sosha and Lenny Harris. We're going to move Samuel to center field. And Harris will continue to play second base. I'm just still trying to get enough data to make a call. It's really difficult to decide who's better at which position. Sharperson, Harris, or Samuel at second or third. Samuel can't play third. But I'm trying to get enough data to make a good call. In case of close games at the end, who's going to play defensive as a defensive replacement in which position? None of them have played well at all. And there's Fernando. He's available. Mike Hartley, who did pitch the last game and inning, is also available. And if Fernando gets in trouble early, we'll see Hartley soon. We'll decide if we use him here or in the next game, the first game against St. Louis. Jim Neidlinger will be the starter over Oral Hershiser, and Hartley might be used in that game. We'll have to wait and see how the game dictates. But the rest of the bullpen is up and ready to go. Let's see who the Cubs have chosen, if both Sandberg and Dawson are in the lineup, which I expect. There they are. In the last game, there was a pivotal play in the 7th or 8th inning in which the Cubs threatened, and we were up 3-1, and Dawson came to the plate and I intentionally walked him because Sandberg was not in the game. I thought they would pinch hit him. They did not, and we got out of the jam, and that was part of the reason we won that game. It's always difficult to play on the road when you are hitting first and the other team is hitting last. Looks like most of the starters are on the field for Chicago. So let's get it started and see who wins this last game of a 4-game set. It's 82 degrees. Winds right to left at 6 miles an hour. Final game of this series. Here we go. Brooks grounds a bouncing ball to Grace. That's an easy out. 1 down to Daniels. He strikes out. And Sharperson's up. And he hits a ground ball to Wilson. Back over to Grace, and he throws it away. And Sharperson's safe. So the runner at first with 2 out for Samwell. Good numbers here. We're not going to run. First throw over. And it looked like an error, but no, nothing called there. He's safe. Percentage goes up a little higher. We're still not going. Samwell strikes out. We're through half an inning. Dodgers get a runner, leave him at first. And the Cubs coming up. Here comes Grace. He strikes out. Recently off the injured list, Doug DeCinzo in center field. Up next, he hits a fly ball. Samwell shifting to the right just a tiny bit. Makes the catch. 2 down. Here come the big boys. Strap in your seatbelt. Here's Dawson. Hits a ground ball to Vizcaino. Up with it. Strong throw to Murray. And we're through 1. 0-0. Vizcaino leads off the second with a ground ball to Dunston. He's got it. Waits for the big hop. Over to Grace, and he gets him by a couple steps. 1 out for Eddie Murray. And he lines one over Dunston's head into left field for a single. First hit for the Dodgers. Runner at first, 1 out for Scioscia, who's good on the hit and run, but we're just going to let him hit. It's a fly ball, left field, still elevating. Still elevating. Is it going to come down? It's going to come down, but it's out of here onto Waveland Avenue, and it's 2-0 Dodgers. Right off the bat, big home run from Mike Scioscia. These are the guys that numbers say they're not going to do well against lefties. They both get on base, and one of them gets all 4 bases. 12 home runs. His 12th home run. 369 feet. He goes opposite field against the lefty. All right. 2-0 Dodgers lead. Trying to take this in a 3 out of 4 here in Wrigley. Lenny Harris, who again the numbers don't say hit well against left-handers. It's a ground ball to Grace. He'll step on the bag. 2 down for Valenzuela. And he strikes out. So we're done 1.5. We finished 1.5. It's 2-0 Dodgers. Let's see how Fernando pitches with a lead. First against Sandberg. That's popped up. Murray shifting over, calls for it, and he makes the catch. 1 down. Girardi up next. And he lines a single into right. Brooks coming up. He'll let it bounce. Flips it back into Harris. A 1 out single for Girardi. Cubs first hit for Dunston. Pitch by Valenzuela. Fly ball. Center field deep. But not deep enough. Samwell on it. He makes the catch. Second. Scrambling back to first is Girardi. 2 down for Salazar. 9 home runs on the season. Good OPS of 909. Let's see what happens here. Fly ball. Still elevating. Going to come down. Samwell coasting to his right. Makes the catch. We're through 2. The Dodgers on a 2-run shot by Mike Scioscia lead 2-0. Top of the order again against Wilson. Brooks is up, and he hits one over Dunston's head into left center for a base hit. The Dodgers have the leadoff runner on. Brooks scampers back to first. Here's Daniels. He hits a ground ball to Grace. Let's see if this is two. Flips it over to Dunston. That's one. Back to Grace. And the runner is out, and the hitter makes two. 2 outs. Erased Brooks from the base paths. Nobody on now for Sharperson, who reached on an error his first time up. And he hits a liner into center. That's going to fall. Sharperson's going to make it on a single. DeCinzo lets the ball hit the grass in front of him. Doesn't take a chance, and Sharperson's on for the second time. 76% chance of running against Samuel, whose numbers are even higher. 1.094 OPS. We're going to let him hit. First throw over. Sharperson is back. Pitch to Samuel. He hits one to left field. Looks playable for McClendon. Lloyd makes the catch. 2.5, 2-0 Dodgers. McClendon, who made got the last out, walks against Valenzuela. And here's Wilson. Let's look at his. He's a good bunter. He only has 2 hits and 15 at bats, so we're going to bring the infield up. Pitch. He does bunt. It's to Sharperson. Nobody's covering second, so the bunt is successful. McClendon moves to second, 1 out for Grace. This is going to be tough for the Dodgers here to not give up a run at this top of the lineup. There's the pitch by Valenzuela. Ground ball to Sharperson again. He makes a great play. The throw to Murray nips him by a step. 2 down for DeCinzo, and this would be a good batter to get here and get out of this jam and start off the next half inning against Dawson. See if Valenzuela can do it. It's a comebacker to Murray, and he did it. Nice job by Fernando. We're through 3. A third of the game is finished, and the Dodgers lead 2-0. Vizcaino starts off the 4th with a liner right at Salazar. 1 down for Murray, who singled and scored. He hits one deep to left, but it looks playable. McClendon makes the catch. 2 down for Scioscia, who hit the 2-run shot first time up. And he hits a ground ball to Salazar. All the balls go into the left side. They get Scioscia. We're through 3.5. It's still 2-0 Dodgers. All right, here's 2 big batters. Dawson and Sandberg back-to-back for Valenzuela. And he walks Dawson. So the tying run comes to the plate, and Rhino. Dawson hitting .395 in July, and we're halfway through the month. Dawson, a 64% chance of running. I don't think he'll run here. I guess I was wrong. And that throw goes into center field, and Dawson's over to third. So Scioscia giveth, and he taketh away. An error there. Gets a runner in scoring position with nobody out, and it's going to be hard. But we're going to play the infield normal. Give up the run. Facing Sandberg. Uh-oh. Maybe 2 runs. Fly ball. Deep. Oh, that's gone. Ryne Sandberg has tied the game with a huge blast that just misses the Budweiser sign on the roof. And so forget about Dawson getting on and scoring on a sacrifice fly. That fly would be caught by somebody at another county. So we're tied at 2. Valenzuela gives up the big shot. For Rhino, his 18th home run of the season, 415 feet. All right, we're back to an even Steven game. And Valenzuela faces Girardi. 2 2-run homers in this game, all the scoring so far. Fly ball to Samuel, he's got it. Dunston up next. He bunts. And there's an error. I don't know if that's on Scioscia, his second one. And is that Dunston moves to second. Dunston to bunt. Bunted on the ground in front of the plate. Fielded by Scioscia. He fires to Harris. High throw. Harris goes up, it's down and out of play. So Dunston goes to second. A bad half inning for Mike Scioscia. 2 errors. Puts Valenzuela in a really tough situation. So a runner at second is Dunston. And here's Salazar and McClendon to get out of this. See if he can do it. He's on the ropes right now. We're going to let him pitch to Salazar. The ground ball to Vizcaino. Over to first. They get him. Does Dunston move to third on the play? He does not. 2 out, 2 on for Lloyd McClendon. Valenzuela, I mean, he did give up the home run, but the other plays have been errors. So we're going to stick with him and see if he can get McClendon out. He walks him. And let's see what happens. Is Wilson going to hit? Or are they going to pinch hit for him? Maybe get out of this inning here. We're going to see. He throws it away. If that's a pass ball, this might be the worst half inning I've seen by a catcher. It's a wild pitch. Okay. Let's see if we can get out of it. 2 runs will score if there's a base hit here. He strikes him out. So Valenzuela gets out of it. We're tied. We're through 4. 2-2. Harris, he strikes out. We can hit for Valenzuela here. Nope, we're going to let him. He strikes out against Wilson. And here's Brooks. And he lines one to Salazar. So the Dodgers do nothing in that half inning. We're through 4.5. It's 2-2. Should I leave Valenzuela in here against Grace? We're going to give him one more at bat. Ground ball to Sharperson. Over to Murray. He's got him. Okay, he gets one more batter. If he can get the Senzo, and then we'll bring in Hartley. And a job well done by Fernando. In 4 2/3, he gives up 2 runs. Maybe not the greatest ERA, but gives us a chance in this game against a really good pitcher. And Hartley will see what he can do here. All right, Dawson with 11-game hitting streak still hasn't had a hit. He walked and scored on the Sandberg home run. Facing Hartley. It's a ground ball to Sharperson. Cross to Murray. Dawson moves fast for a 30-year-old. 30-plus-year-old. And he's out. We're through 5. 2-2. Daniel leads off the 6th with the 6th strikeout by Wilson. It's just cruising right now against Sharperson. He walks. He's on base for the 3rd time today. 48% chance he's going nowhere. Here's Samuel. First throw over. He's back. Throw over again. Now it's up to 79%. We're still not going. Here's Samuel. Hits a ground ball to short. This could be 2. Dunston flips to Sandberg. Pivots. The runner is out, and the hitter makes 2, and the Dodgers are done. Here in the 6th, we're through 5.5. It's 2-2. Hartley against Sandberg. Fly ball. Center field. Looks playable. Samuel coasting to his right. 1 down. Versus Girardi. Strikes him out. So this looks like better Hartley than yesterday. Versus Dunston. Hits it deep. Gonna come down. It's out of here. Hartley gives up. I thought we had good Hartley. Not on that pitch. And the Cubs lead 3-2 on Dunston's solo shot. Dunston hadn't done much against us this season, but today, a big home run to take the lead. His 7th of the season, 360 feet against Hartley, who doesn't give up very many home runs. All right, here's Salazar. Ground ball to Vizcaino. Across to Murray. We're through 6, 2/3 of the game finished. And the Cubs on 2 home runs. One by Ryne Sandberg and a solo shot by Shawon Dunston lead the Dodgers 3-2. So let's see how the Dodgers offense responds. Wilson with plenty of pitches is at 88 out of 110. Dodgers need a run here. Vizcaino grounds to Grace. That should be easy out. 1 down. for Murray. He hits a fly ball. That looks, well, I don't know, up in the air. It's coasting. DeCenzo, it's off the wall, off the ivy. Murray going to hold with 2? And he does. A 1-out double for Eddie Murray, his 14th of the season. And Scioscia is up. Let's see what they do with Wilson. Are they going to leave him in to face Scioscia as a 2-run shot? Pitch to Scioscia. Fly ball to right field. Dawson, just about in his tracks, coasting back a little bit. Makes the catch. Is Murray going to try to tag? I don't think that's worth the shot. So 2 outs, 2 on. And it's Lenny Harris against Wilson, who has not done great against left-handers, and today's a good example of that. We'll take a little look at our bench. I don't think there's anybody there that's going to take his spot. Nope. Not against the lefty. All right. Let's see what happens. Need a big hit here. At least maybe a walk. And he hits a liner right at Rhino. Sandberg closes the glove on the ball. And the Dodgers' threat is finished. A double by Murray, and that's it. We're through 6.5. 3-2 Cubs. Hartley facing McClendon. Fly ball to Samuel. Should be caught. And it is. 1 out for Wilson. And that's it for Wilson. He goes 7 innings. 2 runs. 5 hits. I don't think... Well, I think they're both earned. But a good pitching performance from Wilson, which is what I expected. Hartley will face Wynn. He walks. This might be it for Hartley. Wynn, a 37% chance of going. I don't think he's going. And Grace hits one to center. Samuel watching it go off the ivy. Is Wynn going to score here? Samuel with a 9 arm. Yep, he scores. And the throw to Grace. First triple of the season. And the Cubs lead 4-2. And this is not the Hartley that I'm used to seeing. So let's see if DeCenzo it's better or worse. Yeah, it's worse against our right. So we're going to give Hartley one more batter. Let's see if he can get DeCenzo out. We're not going to bring the infield up. He walks him. So that's it. Mike Hartley, 2 not great outings. I called it too soon. All right, here's Dawson. Whew. I think this game is kind of out of reach. But we're going to try Tim Cruz. See what he can do. I'll go on Hartley's spot. So if he can get out of this, we're good. Got to throw to second. And he's safe. Oh, no, he's out. Wow, they got him. Nice play by Scioscia there. 2 outs now. See if we can get Dawson get out of this and just be down by 2 runs. Pitch by Cruz. Liner at Harris. And they get out of it. Just the 1 run. But Dodgers still trail by 2. Austin Mocker coming in. Cruz is going to be hit for. And Gonzalez will go in his spot. Okay. It's a comebacker. 1 out. For Brooks. It's a fly ball. Left field still elevating. DeCenzo is there. He makes a great play to catch it. 2 down. Dodgers robbed there. 2 out for Daniels. For Austin Mocker. Not a great ERA. But 5 saves. And Daniels strikes out. And this doesn't look good for the Dodgers here. Daniels. or Daniels. I guess we'll go put the pitcher in Daniels' spot. I don't want to use too many pitchers. Somebody who hasn't pitched in a while. Jim Gott has not. We'll put him in Daniels' spot. See if he can get us through this without giving up another run. Gonzalez will go to left field. Okay. Looks right. See if they can keep it a 2-run deficit for the Dodgers. Sandberg gets a base hit right off the bat. He'll hold with a single. 84% chance. We're going to try to pick him off first. Down to 80%. I don't think he's going. We'll see. Pitch to Girardi. And that's a base hit to right. Well, 2 on. Nobody out. Here's Dunston, who's had a home run. I gave him the lead 3-2. Now, we're going to give him one more at bat. See if Gott can get him out. Ground ball to Vizcaino. Can get 2 out of this. Flips to Harris for 1. Over to Murray. Double play for the Dodgers. And that's a big help there. 2 out now. Sandberg moves to third for Salazar. You can walk him and pitch to Clark. Let's see what Salazar does. He is much better against lefties. Does have the 7 home runs, but a 206 batting average. Let's see if we can get him. Gott's pitch is a ground ball to Harris. Holds it over to Murray. All right, we're through 8. The Dodgers keep it at a 2-run deficit. It's 4-2 Cubs. But last 3 outs against the lefty. They just cannot hit lefties, it seems like. Just the 2-run shot is all offense for the Dodgers today. Sharperson on base for the 4th time in this game. Whew. All right. 82% chance, but it doesn't mean anything. He's got to get another run home. And here's Samuel 0 for 3. 0 for 3. First throw over. I'll get picked off. He doesn't. Okay, Samuel strikes out. 0 for 4 day in the 4th spot. That's not good. Vizcaino, who also is supposed to be able to hit lefties, 0 for 3 today. Sharperson's staying at first. They throw over. Did he get picked off? Where is it? It's floating in air somewhere. Okay, there he is. He reappeared. He went into ghost mode for a while. Sharperson, 81%, not moving. 1 out. We only have 2 more outs left. There's Vizcaino. And he lines one into right. We're not going to run on Dawson's arm. Sharperson moves to second. Now he goes to third. Wow. Not even a % chance. He just makes it. So first and third. Sharperson's important, but Vizcaino is the crucial runner that needs to score to tie this up. 2 outs, and here's Murray and Scioscia. They're going to get shots, hopefully, to tie it up. Murray 2 for 3, 2 singles, scored on the Scioscia home run. Hitting .341. Okay. Let's see what he can do here against Ossenmacher. Pitch. Fly ball. Left field. Clark going back. Still elevating, but not very high. And Clark makes the catch. Sharperson should score easily on a forearm. But that's only 1 run, and the Dodgers still trail 4-3. All right. Tying run is at first base. And here comes Wild Thing, Mitch Williams, in trying for his 8th save, 3.86 ERA, 34 hits in 37 innings pitched, 21 walks and 21 strikeouts. Well, this part of the game is pretty accurate. That's why it was called Wild Thing. But he only needs 1 out, and Scioscia's up there and not great against lefties, even though he hit a 2-run home run today. That's the thing with Williams. You could get a walk, you could get a strikeout, you could give up a home run. But he's only given up 2 thus far. So that seems like a long shot, but a double could tie it with Vizcaíno's speed. Set. There's the pitch to Scioscia. Fly ball. Dawson's barely moving, so this looks like that's it. Williams comes in and shuts the door. The Cubs win in a split series with the Dodgers 2-2. The Dodgers lead in the National League West is down to a game and a half. They're 50-36. As the Cubs come through in the second part of the game with a home run from Ryan Sandberg in the first part and Sean Dunston, they add an insurance run and they win 4-3, over the Dodgers. There you see the hitting. Only 6 hits for the Dodgers, only 6 hits for the Cubs, but they make theirs count, including 2 home runs. Pretty good pitching from Valenzuela, not so great from Hartley, who takes the loss. He's 7-7. Wilson, great job. Osmacher comes in, holds, which Williams gets the save. Dunston with the biggest hit, MVP, Ryan Sandberg. The game will repopulate. You'll see the Dodgers up by a game and a half. Appreciate your viewership. We'll see you next time on Missed It by How Much. So long, everybody.